Good evening. At this time, we'll call a regular monthly meeting of the Hamlet City Council to order. The first item of business tonight will be our invocation. And I don't see, okay, Reverend Jackson is supposed to be here tonight. City Manager will give the invocation for us. Thank you.
May we pray? Our most gracious Heavenly Father, God, I thank you for this night that you have given us to come before you as we undertake this business of the city. I pray that you will lead, guide, and direct all of the decisions that we make here tonight, and everything that we do will be pleasing in your eyes. We ask these things in thy name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, sir. Council, you have before you tonight the agenda for tonight's meeting. What are your wishes on that?
Before we do that, I'd like to table agenda item 11 until we find out what the guy's going to say whenever he comes down and looks at the property.
Okay, I have a motion to table item number 11 for the time being. I need a motion on the agenda.
Make a motion, we accept it.
Okay, got a motion to accept it with the change,
Second.
and a second to accept it with a change. Is there any further discussion? If not, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All and no? Okay. Oh. You also have before you at this time the open and closed session minutes from June the 13th. What are your wishes on that at this time?
Motion to accept.
Have a motion to accept.
Second.
Have a second. Any further discussion, changes, deletions, additions? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
And those likewise. All in favor. At this time, we come to that portion of our agenda where we allow anyone who is not on the agenda for another agenda item to come up and make a presentation to the council. Do we have people at this time that wish to come up? Okay, state your name, please, ma'am.
Marie Cummings. We had to cancel the 4th of July. That was the best thing you could have done. But we need to make the people aware that there's games. A lot of them was not aware. That's why they had a lot of controversy on Facebook and everything. These people didn't know it. They need to be made aware because not only this boy who got shot that supposedly is gang related, other kids could get shot, people, innocent people. Bullets don't have no names on them. And it really needs to be made aware to the citizens of the city, the county, everybody.
Thank you so much. And we are doing our best at this time, and there's a lot of effort being put forth from all the different agencies in the county, plus they're getting assistance from outside the county. So we're very appreciative that that's happening. And I will say at this time, manager informed me that the fireworks company said that we'll just have a double show next year, so we're really going to look for something next year. Is there anyone else tonight that would like to make any comments? If not, at this time, I'm going to ask Dr. Dale McInnes to come forward, and Mr. Brent. Thank you for coming tonight.
You're welcome, Mr. Mayor and members of council. I appreciate the opportunity. We are coming with a message of appreciation. As you know, what seems like weeks ago, only a few short days ago, we had a ruptured water line in the Cole Auditorium one Sunday night. And when our staff opened up the building, we found more than 200,000 gallons of water had gone into it. And I cannot say enough about the support and the dedication and the hard work that the city of Hamlet's leadership and staff provided to us. From Mr. Blanton on down, they were right on the spot. Water department, police department, fire department, all hands on deck. And if you'd seen as much water as we saw, you needed all hands on deck. And because of their quick action and help, we were able to mitigate the damage, and repairs are underway. But a lot of the people that are responsible for it are here tonight, and Calvin was out there, I think, longer than just about anybody, personally working to help us pump that water out and make sure everything was safe. And after we had it pumped out, he worked with us and worked with the county building inspector to make sure we could safely open the building back up as quickly as possible. So we just came here tonight, and I brought our executive vice president, who you all know, Brent Barbie, who's worked closely with them to offer additional comments. But when bad things happen, everybody complains, but everybody takes the good things for granted. You got a great team here in Hamlet. We're proud to be in Hamlet, and we appreciate all your work and everybody in here that helped us.
Thank you, Dr. McInnes.
Yeah,
Mr. Barbie?
Not a whole lot else that I can say besides what Dr. McInnes has already said. Just specifically, Chief Waters and Chief White, Robert Brown was here in the morning, met me smiling and telling me we had a little bit of a problem when I got on site, probably about 7 o'clock. And I told him that was probably the understatement. But just knowing that people care enough about our facilities and get in there with us elbow to elbow, we know that that does not go along, not only in possibly in the rest of the county, but definitely not in the state with other community colleges, partnership with the local municipalities. So we just wanted to come personally say, as Dr. McInnes said, people were very quick to criticize and to judge, and we wanted to be able to share that we could not have had better help and better assistance from the city of Hamlet. So thank you.
Thank
for
you, Mr.
everything that
Barbie.
you've done.
We are blessed to have Richmond Community College and the Cole Auditorium in the city limits of Hamlet, and we're also blessed to have Joey Bennett out there.
Thank you, thank you. And we're going to have a grand reopening real soon, so we've got everybody working hard to get it reopened, but the lobby and banquet rooms are open for business, and we've got everybody staffed and ready to go, so we'll keep plowing ahead, and again, we're proud to be in Hamlet. Thank you all a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Before I close the comment section, I would ask Police Chief, do you have any comments tonight regarding the situation as it occurred over 4th of July? Or?
We are working very hard with our own department and outside agencies, including state and federal, and our sister and brothers, Sheriff's Office and Rockingham PD, to address the issues we need to address and to make everybody feel safe again. Yes, it is a problem, but we're taking every step that we can do to try to make the people, the citizens, feel safe. There is intel that threats have been made against the Hamlet Police. We're working on that from ambushing us, but we're doing everything we can. And we will continue to fight, and they don't win. They don't intimidate. They don't scare us. We just prepare and train, educate, and do what we need to do to combat what we got to do.
Well, be careful out there, all of you. Thank you. Does anyone else have any comments for us tonight? If not, we'll close the comments portion of the meeting and we'll move along to old business. Item number 6. Item number 6 is amendment to Resolution 2017-04, the fee schedule for fiscal year 2017 and 2018. Did you have comments on it, Mr. Manager?
Just that council had asked us to look into this issue in June, and I did some research and found that a comparable fee for leagues to be added to the fee schedule is around $500. So I'm making the recommendation that the fee schedule be amended to show that $500 league fee for particular sporting events on our fee schedule.
Council, do any of y'all have any questions regarding the fee schedule for next year?
That helps give them a break if they were versus, I think it's $250 per night. So yeah, that will help them out financially. Okay. That's good to me.
Okay, at this time, council, what are your wishes on this amendment?
Make a motion, we accept it.
Have a motion to accept?
Second.
Have a second? Any further discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed likewise. Thank you. Next item of business is item number 7, which came up as a suggestion the last meeting. And it's consideration of ordinance 2017-03, and that's designating the timber profits for enterprise projects such as water plant improvements or sewer plant improvements, and it'll be set aside and will not be spent for anything else. Council, what are your wishes?
Make a motion we accept.
Have a motion to accept it?
Second.
Have a second? Is there any further discussion on it? If not, all in favor say aye. Opposed likewise. Okay. Thank you. Next item of business is we're at that time of year where we have a lot of surplus property that we need to get rid of. So you have before you tonight, council, the resolution for designating this property as surplus, and I'm going to let the city manager comment on this at this time.
Sure. This is a list that staff has compiled of surplus property within city departments that we are looking to mark as surplus and to have auctioned off in the near future.
Okay, I believe that somebody, you or Mr. Stubbs, had a recommendation to make the council in regards to the bidding process on this year.
Sure. Mr. Stubbs and I are looking into the most efficient and effective way to engage in a bidding process. We're looking at an electronic bidding process for these particular items. And also, council, there is one addition that you should have before you
Right.
with a 2004 Ford sedan to be added to the surplus
Demolished
list.
Crown Victoria. And council, you have any thoughts on that or comments? It might probably will bring us more money than auctioning it off down at the city garage.
More money's better to
Yeah.
me. I mean,
Online only. Online only.
Okay, well, look at it and see what you think. Council, what are your wishes on these on the surplus items?
Make a motion to adopt a resolution for the surplus property.
Okay, I got a motion and a second.
and can we just put it in his hands to decide which way to do it?
We
without
can,
having
yes,
to-
sir. That's
Having
good.
to come back to us.
Yeah, that's good. All in favor say aye. Opposed likewise. Okay. Next item of business, item number 9 under new business is tax releases. These are tax releases per the county, and you'll see what we've got there tonight. Council, what are your wishes on the tax releases?
Make a motion to release the taxes.
I have a motion to, and a second. Is there any further discussion? If not, all in favor say aye. Opposed likewise. Thank you. Next item, item number 10, is adoption of our budget amendments for the quarter. And you'll see total increase and offset. Do you have any questions for Ms. Dickens tonight regarding this?
Make a motion we adopt the budget amendments.
Okay, I have a motion to adopt. Need a second?
Second.
Have a second. Any further discussion? I would guess I would ask, the 42,002 purchase a slope mower, and the 27,750 is our agreement with the county on the library, right?
Correct, Mr. Mayor.
Excuse me.
Correct.
And
If I would like to make one comment that the slope mower that we've got died. I mean, it's gone, so we won't be mowing any banks until we get another unit. So this is one of those emergency things that came up.
and that settles the bill with the library?
Yes.
Yes, takes care of that. Okay, we have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye. Opposed likewise. Okay. All right, this time we'll move along to the city manager's report, item number 12.
Thank you, Mr. Mr. Mayor. I just wanted to remind citizens that we have soccer signups continuing through July 21st, where this will be the regular sign-up, and it will be $35 per person. After July 21st, we will go into the late registration, which will be $45 per person. The farmers market continues to go well and will continue on throughout the summer from 4 to 8 p.m. And I just want to briefly touch on the 4th of July and again express my great disappointment and frustration of everyone in regards to the cancellation of the 4th of July events. The city spent a significant amount of time and energy planning the event, and no one was more disappointed in the circumstances than we are, but I want to assure everyone that all the alternatives were explored, all options were considered, and although the decision was difficult and unpopular at times, it was indeed necessary. But our police department has done an excellent job over the past week. On the 4th of July, we had every police officer that we had, 23 of them out patrolling until 1:30 in the morning, and I stayed with them, and they are doing an excellent job, not just this month, but in combating the gang activity throughout Hamlet. In March alone, we did 18 arrests and confiscated over 20 pounds of marijuana, and detectives Lampley, Jordan, and Dover are doing an excellent job, particularly under the seasoned and wonderful leadership of our police chief of over 25 years here in Hamlet, Scott Waters, and I am incredibly proud to be a part of the team here in Hamlet with them, and the community is certainly lucky to have them. So again, I'm so sorry for the inconvenience that it has caused many people, but it was a necessary decision, and I assure you that our police are doing everything they can to keep the community safe for everyone here in Hamlet and the surrounding area. And that is all I have, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, and comments or questions for the manager? Fire department, did you all have anything for the citizens tonight? If not, that's fine. Okay. And I would bring something to Mr. Stubbs' attention. Did he leave, or is he back there? We've got a large number of trash cans around town that are either damaged or the lids are missing off of them. And if y'all could maybe have the guys, when they go around, take a note where these are and get them corrected. Oh, that's, thank you, sir. Yeah, it's such hot weather and wet now. We're having a lot of problems with mosquitoes and flies and that sort of thing. That's great. Thank you. Okay, at this time we'll move along to comments of the council. Mr. Lindsay?
Just want to thank the police department and the fire department for all events, really. And I had one little thing in reference to something for down the road. We give 3 days for Christmas, this year, Christmas being on a Monday. I wonder if there's a way we can possibly keep maybe the water department or city hall open on Friday. Maybe they can bounce some of their day around. Just 3 days off business-wise is kind of a lot. I don't know if they can short staff it, but it's just a suggestion to try to help when the people paying their bills and come in.
About looking at that and just see if it's workable and give us some input from y'all on it.
Sure, and I would welcome council's input on that as well, as I believe the decision was made last year to change it to 3 years, if I'm not mistaken, so. 2 years ago. Okay, sure, and I would defer to council's wishes on that, but I'll be glad to look into the issue.
Okay. Is that all, Mr. Lindsay? Okay. Mr. McQueen?
Just briefly, of course, I always want to thank the employees for what they do. The situation at the Cole Auditorium was one that was pretty detrimental to the facility out there. And I would venture to say that any city, county, in the state that has a community college, or any business for that matter, that would have that occur at their facility would probably get a cursory drive-by by the police and fire, and they'd probably pack it up and leave and tell them to call somebody to come fix the problem. I've said it time and time again, and I'll continue to say it. We got some of the best people that work for our town that you could ever ask for. Police department stayed out there, public works, water department, fire department, and helped get that situation under control. That college and that auditorium is an asset to our city, and our greatest assets help them get back on their feet. In reference to the situation on July 4th with the fireworks, that was a situation that was not taken lightly by anyone. Police chief, manager, the attorney was even contacted. Situations occur from time to time that you have really no control over. Had that same situation occurred 3 days before, a week before, it's quite possible that the city could have worked with other agencies and other jurisdictions to where we wouldn't have had to have canceled those festivities for the evening. But the timing of what we dealt with, we felt it was in the best interest for the city, the community, and the greater community at large if we did that. That being said, sometimes whenever you're doing anything, whether it's your job, your career, whether it's law enforcement, fire, you learn from situations. Not mistakes, but you learn from situations. And now we know we need to proactively plan for situations such as that. And I think that this council understands that, and I think we will work together with the attorney, with the manager, fire department, police department, and have a plan in place for next year if something does come up, that we will already have in place safeguards to where we could, be able to move forward with our festivities without having to cancel that. That was really a hard decision that the police chief made, that the manager made, and I can only speak for myself as a council member, and I know everybody up here did the same, but I supported that. And I think moving forward, we know that in the day and age that we live in, we definitely need to be prepared for any of those type of events. Nothing's guaranteed in life. You're not guaranteed safety if you walk across the street. But I feel like next year I can say with a great deal of certainty that we will be prepared for any situation like that arises. So I just wanted the community to know that it's not something that we just canceled, and we're not going to try to actively, try to have better ways to put these festivities on. We're going to do it next year, and we will be looking at some things that we didn't do this year. We didn't know we needed to do it. Now we do. So just like to thank everyone for all their hard work, even after that was taken care of. Other than that, I don't have anything else.
Thank you. Ms. Maskey? Okay. Mr. Martin?
Nothing other than to say I just concur with the statements made by others, and particularly that of our city manager concerning different matters. Thank you. That's all.
Thank you, sir. Well, I guess I just reiterate what the others have said, that it was not taken lightly to postpone it. It hurt all of us just as bad to have to do it because we've never had to do that before. I had family that had come in out of town that they loved to come see the fireworks, so that didn't work too well. But after we sat down, we had probably over 100 years worth of law enforcement experience sitting in that room. And we all got our heads together and decided that this was, the chances of hurting one person in this city would have hurt us a whole lot worse than anything else. And it's better for some people to be upset about it, which we understand, but at least nobody got hurt. So, we don't have to answer for that. But I do appreciate all the work that the police department did on this. We do know that the police department had gone out seeking other agencies to send people in, and the other agencies were busy with fireworks somewhere else. So let's see, we had Laurinburg, they were tied up. Sheriff's Department was tied up with Ellerby, and Rockingham was tied up with their own situation over there. So it just was real hard trying to find people to do. Chief Waters, I think, had about 25 men lined up at the time, but when you think about all the places that people go to watch this, the chances of bullet flying somewhere it wasn't supposed to were real good. So we have been promised we're going to get a double show next year, so that's excellent. I want to thank all the other city employees. It's hot out there, the street people, the parks people, garbage people. It's just tough out there right now, so we want everybody to stay hydrated and keep up good work. And other than that, I have nothing else at this time. We move along to item number 15. I would ask for a motion to go into closed session per North Carolina General Statute 143-318.11A, 3, and 6 for attorney-client privilege and personnel. Have a motion
Second.
and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. And we are going into closed session at this time. And I appreciate everybody that's here tonight. Thank you so much. At this time, we're back in open session. During the closed session, we reviewed the city manager at 6 months. We removed him from probation and we gave him a pay raise.
I would just add, we gave them a 2.5% pay raise in line with what the other employees got for their probationary period.
Okay. If we have no further business, I entertain a motion to close.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Have a motion to adjourn, have a second. All in favor say aye. Opposed likewise. Thank you.